Okay, this is just a quick introduction on values and norms as we learn in sociology. A quick definition: values are the standards by which a culture is judged, or by which a culture judges an item. What's good and bad, what's pretty, what's not pretty, what's valued, what's not valued as far as monetary worth, anything that we can place on a value scale. That is what we consider a value, and values change from culture to culture. With those values, then, cultures set up norms or rules, and those rules are what society lives by. Those are just kind of general ways of life. That's how we learn a culture. We have a series of norms that we live by. We break up those norms into three different categories, right? Folkways, mores, and taboos. With the folkways, folkways are norms that, if they're broken, it's okay. Nobody really says anything about it. For instance, chewing with your mouth open, as the picture would indicate. Chewing with your mouth open is kind of gross. Nobody really likes to see chewed up food, but it's not always something that we just hammer on somebody about and say, hey, stop chewing with your mouth open, that's gross. You certainly wouldn't say it if you were out to a nice dinner with, say, some friends, or with an important business person that might not have the best table manners. You wouldn't crack down on something like chewing with your mouth open. You'd go about your day and keep it quiet. Mores are a little bit different. Mores are norms that are typically frowned upon in society, so much so that there's usually some kind of norm or some kind of law or some kind of punishment that goes along with it. So fighting would be a more. We don't typically fight in public. There's consequences that go with that, whether it be jail time or suspension or assault charges or what have you. There's something with fighting in public or fighting in general, physical assault, physical confrontation, that our society says just isn't okay. That's not a civilized way to go about life. And then there are things like taboos, which are so wrong according to society that nobody would ever do them. Incest is a good example of taboos. It's morally reprehensible. Even the thought of it makes people shy away. It makes people want to. It makes people feel repulsed. And so those three categories kind of break up what norms are. Now, applying this to what we've learned in class today, with the culture activity that we did, make sure that you're creating tonight a list of folkways, mores, and taboos, because we'll be using those in class tomorrow. Again, norms are the expectations or rules that people are expected to follow in a given society, and then the folkways, the mores, and the taboos are varying levels of norms and what is supposed to happen. Thanks.